Hello everybody, welcome back to the NW Sportscast. Today we are doing a bit of a weird post-game show. It's really late. I'm driving in my car. A bit of an extended post-game for you guys, but I am delivering something. So my apologies, we didn't have one right after the game. Drew and I have both been very busy, what with finals going on in college. But there will be a more regular schedule as well as a new setup coming soon. There'll be a whole new studio in my basement that I'm currently making, so keep your eyes tuned for that. That'll be within hopefully the next week. That'll be ready, but you might see some kind of newer, some different backgrounds, different locations I'll be filming in before that. And Drew, he's going to be coming home from Syracuse as well, and he'll be coming home next week. So, finals and packing up, we've been a little bit inconsistent, so my apologies for that. This is my second attempt at filming a post-game today. My first post-game, I was gone, and I for some reason, the Wi-Fi was so bad, it wasn't posting, and it wasn't that good all in. So this is my second post-game show today, but this is a little bit later, but I hope you guys are still able to watch and enjoy. So let's talk about the Mariners. Dylan Moore was batting leadoff today, not something that we normally see, but Demo getting in that leadoff spot, and there's a lot of fans who I see who wish that Josh Rojas could just be kind of the everyday leadoff hitter, and I don't disagree with that sentiment. I think you could definitely make an argument that Josh Rojas has earned that spot as being the everyday leadoff hitter. And that doesn't necessarily mean even that, he has to play third every time, right? You could work Rojas, because I assume they still want to give Luis Urias his at-bats, and Urias came through again tonight. He hit a home run. He continues to reward the Mariners whenever they give him playing time. So you could even, throw Josh Rojas out at second base. You could throw him out in left field. You could give him a couple games maybe at shortstop. If J.P. Crawford is still hurt, Dylan Moore doesn't need to play every single game at shortstop. So there's a world where you are definitely able to get Josh Rojas in the lineup every single day, while also still giving Urias his at-bats. The Mariners, of course, they don't want to give Rojas playing time against lefties, and tonight it was Framber. He's a lefty, so Rojas ends up sitting on the bench today. But, with all that being said, Dylan Moore's leadoff did fine. He went 0 for 3 with a couple of walks, and then from there, the guys in the lineup who really contributed, again, it was the home runs. The Mariners have lived by the long ball this season. They really have. I think we are last place in the league right now in scoring with runners in scoring position or something like singles with risk. We've been so bad. We just don't get any singles with risk, which is obviously not a good stat. But we have been able to hit home runs at a at least a league quality rate. And that has been, that continued tonight. Those same trends continued tonight. Tonight it was Luis Urias who got on the board with a home run, and it was also Cal Raleigh who hit a 2-run home run. And Cal really has been in a slump. He was 1 for 22 coming into today. So it was really good to see him getting going. He got a hold of a pitch and sent that ball very deep. Love to see it from Cal. And hopefully that means he's breaking out of his slump. He's a very streaky hitter, but yeah, Cal's up to 7 home runs this season. He, of course, does lead the team. Luis Urias now with 3 himself. That is pretty impressive from a guy who has only played in about a third of the Mariners' games this season. We've played 33 games now, and Luis Urias, I believe, has started only 13 of them. So not even half the games. Not even a third. I guess that's about a third, a little more than a third of our games. And he already has 3 homers. He's been very impressive. I believe he's slugging close to 600 right now. So yeah, definitely good stuff out of Urias. And besides that, the rest of the lineup was fine. Julio did get a hit, but it was just a single. It goes 1 for 4. Mitch goes 1 for 4. Polanco, I believe, got a hit as well. Sam Haggerty drew a walk and stole his first base of the season, but he remains hitless so far this season. And this was his 3rd game now, so he is Haggerty's going to have to start hitting if he wants to stay on this team, because he's now played 3 games and yet to show for it. In the box score, Mitch Garver, I believe, also got a hit. Ty France went 2 for 4 with a couple of singles. And Jorge Polanco, he gets on the board with his first double of the season. And doubles is one thing the Mariners have not had much of this year. We are actually last place in the league in doubles right now. And Polanco is a guy who had not hit a single double yet. Now, Jorge, he's never had a season with more home runs than doubles. This year, he has 4 home runs and 5 home runs, and now his first double. So hopefully that trend will reverse, and we're going to see Polanco start to get more doubles. Mitch Haniger's always been a big doubles guy. So is Ty France. Dylan Moore's fast, so you'd think he would have some more. Julio, of course, blazing speed. You think he would have some more. So hopefully the doubles will start to come, in bunches, and we won't be last place in doubles, because we actually have a good amount of home runs. I think we've hit 35 home runs in 33 games, so we're averaging more than 1 a game, and that is fine. Like, that's above league average for home runs, but we just are not hitting for doubles at all, and that has really contributed to such a low team slugging percentage. We did get one tonight, but now let's talk about the guy who I really want to talk about, which is the guy who I would give player of the game to once again. He has made 7 starts now, and he has been my player of the game in 6 of those 7 starts. Logan Gilbert is so good, and this is the best I've ever seen Gilbert, because we've seen him have really dominant 3-game stretches. We've seen him have really dominant 5-game stretches even, but I don't think we've ever seen 7 games in a row where you feel like he is completely unstoppable. I mean, tonight he did walk 4 guys, but he only allowed 2 base hits, not a single run, struck out 6. He goes 8 scoreless innings. I mean, for all the talk last night, the talk of the town was, did Scott pull George Kirby too early? And now, tonight, George got pulled early yesterday. Tonight, Logan goes 8 strong, allowing 0 runs. And, could he have gone another inning? He probably could have. We were up 5-0. But instead, they give it to Saucedo for the 9th. He gets the job done, gets the not a save because we were up by 5, but he does close the game out, finish the game. And the Mariners with a shutout in Houston. And, I talked about this yesterday. Yesterday could have been the game when Houston would point to in October and say, that comeback against the Mariners, that's when we turned it around. That's when we caught fire. That's when we flipped the script on our season. Or it could just be 1 win and the Mariners could just come back, win the next 2, and deliver that killing blow. Because I really do think that if you get the series win in Houston, that could be the final punch. It's crazy. Like, it's May 4th. Happy Star Wars Day, by the way. It's May 4th, and I'm talking about the knockout punch on Houston. But that's where we're at right now. I mean, that's the point that we're at right now. And so, if we win this thing tomorrow, it might just be over for Houston. They're 10 below. They're 6 games behind us. And if we beat them tomorrow, they're going to be 11 below 500. They're going to be 7 back of us, 6 back of the Rangers. And I don't know if there's a way out necessarily for Houston because, Abreu is done for. Bregman is pretty much done for, it seems like. Altuve is still good. Alvarez is still good. Tucker, I don't think is the elite player that maybe we thought he was. I still think he's a good hitter, but if Tucker's your 3, he's fine. But the rest of that lineup outside of Altuve, Alvarez, and Tucker is bad, like legitimately bad. Yanni or Diaz has not been great this year. Abreu just got sent down, and the pitching staff, I don't know if that health is going to really... I know they Verlander and Valdez are back, but man, it's just, this could be the year that we are able to really beat Houston into the mud. And hopefully we win again tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, just about Logan Gilbert one more time, man. He's been so special this year. He is, at this point, his ERA is now down to 1.69. Certainly has to be in the conversation for an all-star bid. In his 4th season, he may be getting his first all-star appearance. Also, you'd have to think, if he keeps this up, the Cy Young Award, I don't want to get ahead of myself, because it has only been 7 starts, but he's on a Cy Young trajectory right now. He is, right now, Logan Gilbert, Tariq Skubal, Jose Barrios, those are probably the 3 best pitchers in the American League right now. And you can maybe toss Ronel Blanco in there as the 4th, but those are the best 4 pitchers in the American League. He's one of the best 4 pitchers right now in the American League. He's been an ace, and I talked about this last night, I think he's our best player right now. Right now, at this very moment, if I had to rank all 26 guys on the Mariners, I would say Logan Gilbert is the best. And then, probably Julio number 2, and then probably Luis Castillo number 3 would be my rankings right now. Preseason, I had Julio 1, Castillo 2, Kirby 3, Gilbert 4. I think Gilbert has jumped into the top spot right now. Julio 2, Luis Castillo 3, George Kirby would then be 4th, and then probably 5th. It's close. I might say 5th is probably a battle right now between Andres Munoz and Cal Raleigh. It's probably 5 and 6. JP would have been in that discussion too in the preseason, but he is, obviously injured and was slumping, so it's hard to really say he's a top 5 player on the team right now. But that's probably the 6 best guys in the Mariners. And yeah, that's what I have to say about tonight. Honestly, it's a good win. Good win. You got to punch Houston in the mouth when you can. And five runs doesn't seem like much, but it's actually pretty good for this offense to score 5 runs in Houston against Valdez too on a night when he was starting. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So with that all being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this weird post-game show. I will see you all tomorrow. And as always, go Mariners, go. # see us ride.